Hey everyone, RadioMac here. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for clicking on this video. I am so close to 1,000 subscribers. I'm on like 933. So if you could be one of the amazing 67 people to press the subscribe button and get me to 1,000, that'd be really cool. Thank you in advance. I just do videos on pop culture, so anything related to music, movies, TV shows, games. The last video I did was my top 10 Daft Punk songs ever. Check that out, and check out some of my other videos which are on screen right now. But I want to talk about one of my favorite things in the world right now, Pokemon. There is a Pokemon Direct coming tomorrow, my time, but today, my time for people in America. Like, it's on Friday, but for me, currently it is Friday, so I think it's like later to... Anyway, this doesn't matter at all. I just want to talk about what I think we might get or see in this Pokemon Direct, and specifically the rumors about the Gen 4 Diamond and Pearl remakes that I think may not happen or may not happen in the way that people want them to happen. Okay, so right off the bat, I do think we're going to see a heap more on new Pokemon Snap, which is coming out soon. I think we're going to see tons and tons of gameplay of that and a walkthrough of some of the mechanics on that. Maybe a few smaller Pokemon side games. But in terms of the Diamond and Pearl remakes, it seems like everybody just thinks there is going to be a Generation 4 remake series coming to the Nintendo Switch based on the Sword and Shield engine. And while I think that would be really cool if it happens, I don't really think that it is going to happen exactly the way people want it to. So people are following this trend that over time, all of the mainline Pokemon games have been remade onto more modern consoles. For example, Red and Blue were remade as FireRed and LeafGreen on the Game Boy Advance and just upscaled everything, brought it into the modern mechanics of the time, and etc. We then got HeartGold and SoulSilver on the Nintendo DS, obviously the remakes of Gold and Silver, which were originally on Game Boy Color, and they brought those games into the modern mechanics of the time. And then, of course, a few years later, we got Pokemon OmegaRuby and AlphaSapphire for the 3DS, which were remakes of the Gen 3 games Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire. So naturally, everyone just assumed that we are eventually getting remakes of every single generation onto more modern hardware, but I think that's kind of where I disagree, sort of. I think that Pokemon has taken a new direction in the last few years with stuff like Pokemon Let's Go, Pikachu and Eevee, which totally revamped the original series games, the Generation 1 games, essentially a remake again of the Generation 1 games. So we have the originals, FireRed and LeafGreen for the GBA, and then Let's Go, Pikachu and Eevee for the Switch. And that really lent into the Pokemon Go model. The Pokemon Go model is essentially throw lots of Pokeballs and catch all the Pokemon. That's essentially what Pokemon Go is. And Pokemon Let's Go for the Switch really capitalized onto that throwing Pokeball mechanic and catching lots of Pokemon, and no more wild battles with Pokemon, which was a staple of the series up until that point. I'll be honest, I don't really play any of the new Pokemon games. The last one I played was Pokemon Y version on my 3DS. I have not played Sun or Moon, I've not played Ultra Sun or Ultra Moon, and I have not played Sword and Shield. I just think the game style doesn't really suit me anymore. I've kind of lost track of what's going on. All the Z moves and Dynamax stuff I just can't keep up with. I really could keep up with stuff such as Mega Evolutions. That was fine. It just seems really complicated now. I should give it a shot. But I think the reason we haven't gotten a Diamond and Pearl remake is because those games were already on the DS, and they were pretty good. They were with this modern mechanics, like they were Generation 4, which was the generation that I think really perfected what the Pokemon battle system was, where you got the physical and special split between moves, not just typing, and that was a really big change that I thought really modernized and changed the game and made a lot more Pokemon more viable. So I don't really know, for one, if Diamond and Pearl need to be remade. I still think it would be cool, don't get me wrong, but I think if they are remade, I think it is more likely that we are going to get a Pokemon Let's Go Diamond and a Pokemon Let's Go Pearl rather than just straight remakes. I think they are going to use the Let's Go model. A lot of people have speculated that we are actually going to get something like Pokemon Let's Go Pichu and Let's Go Marill as like the Johto remakes in the Let's Go style. I also think that's unlikely. I don't think any of this is unlikely, but I would say that the Let's Go Diamond and Pearl would be probably more likely than the Johto for whatever reason, because I guess that is the next one to be in the line of games to be remade, and I suppose that is what they would do. I don't think it's likely we're going to get like a Pokemon Shiny Diamond and Pokemon Sparkling Pearl. Like, I don't really think we're just going to get new remakes, because at the same time, this is a Pokemon 25-year anniversary special direct. Like, this is all about celebrating Pokemon, and I don't know if Diamond and Pearl is necessarily like this big thing that the Pokemon company wants to announce for the 25th anniversary. I think it's going to be more like focusing on like these big Pokemon moments. Like, not that this Generation 4 wasn't a big moment, but I guess I'm finding it hard to explain, but I don't know if Gen 4 remakes are the thing they're going to announce here. I think it makes more sense to do a sequel to Let's Go in some form, which could be based in the Diamond and Pearl world. But yeah, I don't necessarily think that it's going to be that. A lot of fans were really mixed to the Let's Go model for the reasons I've outlined, specifically the wild encounters not having battles in them and just catching Pokemon, but that made a ton of money, and Nintendo, Game Freak, the Pokemon company are all just businesses that need to make as much money as possible. That is their goal. Their goal is to not give you fan service, and we've seen that with how they ran Sword and Shield, how they took out more than half of the Pokemon and then slowly added them in DLC. That game still sold heaps and heaps of copies. It's still a hugely successful game despite the fan backlash. So is Pokemon Let's Go. Not to mention all the money that Pokemon Go makes. There is still a player base in Pokemon Go. A lot of people still really like Pokemon Go. It makes a lot of money, and if you actually watch the current series of the anime, there is literally a character called Go, and he just goes around throwing Pokeballs at Pokemon and catching them. He wants to catch as many as possible. He wants to catch them all. And I just don't see this Go branding or the Let's Go branding being dropped anytime soon, because I think it is the most accessible way to share and get out as many of the Pokemon to kids as possible. Catch them all, see all of these, collect every single one, find them all and collect them. You get kids' attention, you get parents' money, and that's what Pokemon is. I know there are adults like me and possibly you who still like the world of Pokemon, but at the end of the day, it is a kids franchise. They want to make money off kids. Please don't get me wrong. Like, I still think there is a chance we're getting actual Diamond and Pearl remakes for the Switch. That is possible. It might happen, and I'll be happy if it does. I think it'd be really cool, but I think if it does happen, it's probably going to be the Let's Go model. I could be wrong, but yeah, aside from that, I would love to get some kind of Pokemon Stadium / Pokemon Coliseum fighter that you can just, fight Pokemon against each other on the Switch with maybe some of the mini games that were in the original Pokemon Stadium. That would be great. And maybe even some other side games like Pokemon Mystery Dungeon or a sequel to Pokken with new Pokemon. I think all of that would be great. Really keen to see what happens with this one. I have no idea what to expect. I think there could be some really big announcements coming, and I'm excited to keep an eye on it. So thank you for watching. Subscribe to my channel for more vids like this. I also did a video on why I think Crash Bandicoot is going to be the last character in the DLC Fighter Pass on Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and I do other stuff on gaming and all things pop culture. Chuck me a subscribe, and I will catch you in the next video. Thank you so much.
But I went to run my hand through your hair and I noticed you were attached to string. You were a puppet this whole time, you were attached to string.